Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. Hope all is well today, whoever is watching this video. I hope everything is going well for you and you are in good spirits. So thanks for coming along and watching what I'm going to do today. I have, as you know, or maybe you don't know, I am currently, well, it's currently my turn to work on the traveling journal that Lolly and I are doing. And if you remember from last video, I am doing floating pockets. Now, the last one that I did was this one right here. We did it together. And I decided on a different size. Not that it's so different, but it's a little bit, as you can see, it's a little shorter or like, side to side. But it actually, no, I think it's a little bit taller. Just a tad. So I feel like this is more square, where this is more like rectangular. But I chose some things that I want to somehow work onto them, and we will see how it goes. So I already did the sewing of the top here, and I already know that I want this to be like where I'm gluing everything on, and then this is going to be at the back where, you're able to journal, or, you could add your own stuff there as well. Now, let me just make sure I am in frame. I am. Good. Yep. Okay. And I forgot what I was saying. I'm not sure, but let's just get right to it. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on. Now, I think the journaling card is actually supposed to be like this. I did trim a little bit off just to be able to fit on, like to fit it this way. But instead of doing it this way, I want to do it this way. So let's glue this one on first. And I, in the last video I did, I used a glue stick on the back of the paper that I was adding here. Now this is that Tim Holtz, like the cardstock journaling card. So it is a little bit heavier. So I do want to just use this glue. And of course, I'm just using it right in the middle because I'm going to be sewing around the edges anyway. All right, so actually, am I going to be sewing around the bottom edge? I think I might glue this on. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. You know what, though? Just in case, I might just add a little bit more glue just to the bottom here. Just in case. It doesn't hurt. All right. Now, let's put it on. I think, do I want it down a little bit? No. I think right about there is good. I am covering up the stitches just a little, but hold on. You know what I just realized? Oh. Hold on. Hold on. What did I do? I know what I did. Oh, gosh. Oh, I know what I did. I wasn't supposed to cut this yet. Or I'm not cut it. Sew this yet. Because I need the top there to sew down. So, you know what? That's okay. It's just going to have another stitch there. I'm okay with it. You know what? Things happen, but that's all right. So we'll just have a double stitch here and then just a regular stitch for the rest. Okay, so let's see. If I do this, let me just measure how much I'm going to need here. I don't want it really to hang, so yeah, I think right about there. If I do that right there, that would be really cute there. No, because, hold on. Or, I'm just kind of trying to walk. I should have really planned a little bit more, you know, beforehand. But let's see, and I have this. Or maybe she can go over here. And maybe the little hand points. Maybe this one can go here. Oh, okay. That I think is good. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So this one I know is going to go on the top there. So let me glue that first. All right. So that's going to go right about, yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm going to do it down a little just so I can see the little bit of red right on the corner there. Okay, so then, actually, these can go on after. This one's going to go up in the corner, so I'm going to do this one next. Okay, and add a little extra glue, because I'd rather be safe than, uh-oh, my stickers are coming up. All right, there we go. And then, maybe like that. Okay, so let's just stick that there. And then let's do this one, and we're going to do it kind of like, yeah. This is such a pretty sticker. Do you see it? Oh, love it. Love, love. Sorry, my hands are so dirty. I've been crafting a lot today. And I don't know how I get like, actually, no, I do. I was going to say, I don't know how I get the, like when I'm inking stuff, I always get it under my nails. It's the oddest thing. But I think it's the way I hold stuff and ink at the same time. All right. So, and then that's, what did I say, right about here. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's do the little glamour lady. Oh, this one is being a bit more difficult with the sticker. Come on. Oh, man. We were doing so well with those other stickers. I don't know what happened here. I wonder, because I cut the edges on this one a little bit just because there was so much of a border, like the white border. I didn't want all that white because it wasn't taking the I tried to ink the edges and it just wasn't taking it. So I cut the border down a little bit just so it wasn't so bright. All right, so that we're going to put, there she is. Oh, perfect. Okay. And then, you know what? I don't think I inked this one. I'll put the 14 on. And of course it has no like meaning. It's just that it was red and I kind of just liked the way it went with everything. And let's throw a little ink on this guy because why not? All right, so we are gluing him here. And let's just point him like that. All right. Ooh, look at that. And then this will go right on the bottom there. Oh, awesome. Yep. So actually, I'm going to be gluing this on. I don't want to, just because of the pattern of it, I don't want to you know, try to sew it on. So let me glue this, not glue it, let me sew this first. I'm going to sew here and I'm going to sew here. So all the way around, and I will be right back. I'm just going to pause it just because you don't need to hear me sewing without seeing me sewing. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I am back. So this is what we have so far. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to give it a little roll to make sure everything is nice and glued. Actually, let's roll it from the back a little bit. There we go. All right, now the next thing I want to do, actually the final thing I want to do, is glue this down. So I think what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to glue right here. And if we have to add more, we can always add more. But let's just see how it goes. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit up there too. Now, let's spread it a little bit. Get the glue off. I just like to spread it, just make sure it goes all the way to the edge and that it's nice and even. All right, so now let's make sure, yep. I think right like perfect. So we have a little tiny bit of an overhang, not too much, but just a tad, as you can see down there. And let's just cut that, and we'll cut that, and then we'll see where we're at. All right. Now, with this one, I'm not going to do anything on the bottom just because I don't really have room to hang something, just because we have a little tiny bit of overhang, but I think because this is so busy, that might be okay. Now, the only thing I was thinking of, and let me see if I have it here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. What if we just did a little... Okay, I just came up with something different. We're going to add this at the bottom. Yep. All right, let me just cut this apart. Oh my gosh, yes, because that's going to tie in like kind of like all the red, and I really like it. So let's just get a little bit of glue on there. All right, now carefully, just put it on. I'll put a little bit more here. Maybe. Okay, yep. Perfect. There we go. Oh, that is so cute. Let me just stand up and see if you guys can see what I'm seeing on camera. Let me just zoom in just a little bit more. Oh my gosh. That is perfect. Oh, I love it. Because now it kind of like all the different shades of red are all somewhat tied into this, because we have the dark red, we have like, you know, lighter spots where we have like, this is more of a pink, but you know what I mean, like reds. And oh my gosh, I think this was just perfect. That way we don't need anything to dangle. We have that. And I absolutely love it. Okay, so this is my second floating pocket for the traveling journal that Lolly and I are doing. So, oh, this is great. I do have to come up with a couple more because you know me, I'm not just going to make ones or twos. This journal is going to be stuffed between what Lolly is doing and what I am doing. And, you know, we get a little carried away now and then, which is okay. Yeah, there's going to be so much in this journal. So I cannot wait to, you know, as the months go by, just to see how the journal progresses. Oh my gosh, so cute. And again, back is going to be blank, so if you want to journal here, you're more than welcome to, or you can even put a picture on here or do your own collaging, whatever you want. But that is the front that is decorated, and oh my gosh, yes. That was a perfect ending. I actually looked because I have a little set of clear drawers, kind of right there off camera. So since they're clear, I can see, from the front, some things in it. And I saw some bread sticking out. And I thought it was maybe like a flower. And I was thinking, oh, I could glue a little flower on. But when I pulled it out, yep, this was the perfect, piece on top. All right. Okay, so I think that is it for this video. Again, stay tuned. Make sure you're watching all of our videos, both Lolly's and mine. And don't worry, I will leave a link to Lolly's channel in the description box below so you can make sure you're seeing what she's putting into the journal. You can see what I'm putting in the journal. And again, if we're doing any updates or any information for the giveaway, it'll be in our videos as well. So, oh my gosh, I'm standing up now and I'm looking at the camera. I think that came out perfect. There it is, workroom 220. So yeah. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up now. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.